What's going on, world? This is your girl, Marky Lemons-Ryhal, and today I'm going to treat this show just like a personal consultation. I've had this thing on my schedule for months, and what's funny is every week I move it another week back, and then another week back, and then another week back, and that is the fact that I need to build up my YouTube channel. Yeah, I got 2 of them, but they're not doing absolutely nothing. So I have today with me Jackson Wilkey from YouTube Agents. How freaking appropriate is this? What's going on today, Jackson?
I am ready to help you with your YouTube needs, just like everybody else. So it's going good. I'm excited.
It's going good. Okay, so you know what? I have all this video content. And let me say this. I know most agents don't have video content, but I got a boatload of video content. And I want to use YouTube. First of all, give me a couple of reasons. Why should I want to use YouTube?
Oh, I got a good reason for you. How this all started was I created a channel for Portland, Oregon. That's where we live. I was doing so many videos locally, like Gary Vaynerchuk said, Gary V said, go out and do the shops, restaurants, bars, interviews. I did so many of those, put on Facebook, put them on Instagram, put them everywhere, and got no business. So like, no matter how happy everybody was in the community and really like starting to recognize me and know me, I got no business from it. So I wanted to continue to use video because I knew it was very important and relevant at the time. And how do I get in front of people? So that led me down this path of SEO, which is search engine optimization. So I kind of cracked the code of like, oh, there's this giant search engine, the second biggest one in the entire world called YouTube that's 100% free. And now I can put a bunch of videos to this platform where people actually want my content, not like the Facebooks, the Instagrams, where they want puppies, food, and beautiful people. So and then the main reason you need to get on YouTube, I'm actually going through my stats right now because we're doing a boot camp on this, is in the last 365 days, which this is almost 3,000 views now, and we have over 3.1 million impressions. So what that means is this platform is working so hard for me that it has put my videos out in front of over 3 million people most likely to watch my content. So no longer am I putting it on these platforms where they're not getting views or a 3-second view counts as a view on, but no one's about it. They didn't search it. They didn't want it. So now I found a platform where people want this information. Average view times are 5-6 minutes on these videos. So I can really get the message across, and it just continues to grow and work for me. Free.
Well, you know what? There are a couple of things I wanted to do. Now that we are quarantined, there were things I wanted to add to my business. I never had the time to add them because I'm on the road about 100 nights a year. So from YouTube, I have created a journal, which actually I'm going to load to Amazon today. I have a ISBN number and went to the Library of Congress. But then I wanted to do a print-on-demand business too, because I can take that with me no matter where I am on the road. And I have self-taught myself every freaking thing from YouTube. And so we tell our children all the time, Google it or go look at YouTube, but then we don't practice it ourselves. Yep. And I will tell you, I have been practicing it diligently for the past 14 days. And all these other things that I wanted in my business, I've been able to implement for little to no cost. Some of them I did pay for their systems based on YouTube.
Yep. Yeah.
And so you say you created a channel, right?
Yes.
So is a channel the first thing we do when we come over to YouTube?
Yeah, you have to have a channel. And here's the thing about it. So you have to have a directive and more in line. You kind of have to have a niche to say. So yeah, when you come to YouTube, I mean, you got to create a channel. And the most important thing about this, because as real estate agents, this is what I found. And this is what completely separated me from basically the world of real estate, was that, as I consult students and clients now on YouTube, I go to their real estate YouTube channel, and guess what I see? I'm the top realtor. I'm a salesman. My name is this. I do this much production. My open house, my listing, and it's just salesy and gross. There's no value in there. And second of all, that's not what people are searching. I've had literally clients come with 600, 700 videos on their YouTube channel, and they'll have 14 subscribers because they've done all of these home tours and they've done open house videos, and they just think that YouTube's going to put this stuff out there. But obviously 600 to 700 videos and you're getting nothing. It proves that SEO, figuring out what people are smashing into that keyboard, is way more important than anything else you can possibly do. So there is, man, I'm going back and I'm reliving this now because I teach so much of it through the YouTube agents. And I'll get somebody to reach out and like, hey, I posted my first video and I didn't really get any views or subscribers. What's wrong? And I'm like, oh man, you got to put in some work. Like I have 215 videos now that are all keyword, long tail keyword titles. So like I've put in work to where I'm at, multiple videos every week. And the first few months, I didn't have anybody like me training me. I had to I am crazy obsessed of learning. So I just went in and learned and uploaded lots of videos. I constantly tweak the titles. I'm constantly tweaking thumbnails. I'm constantly tweaking tags, metadata, you name it, to get more views, more subscribers. So that's the thing about YouTube, is that like, yes, there's a lot of work involved, a lot of work. But once you kind of start figuring it out and getting the SEO, it really rewards big time. Because there's kind of a probationary period that YouTube's going to do to you. If you just upload a video and then you kind of stop, it says, hey, you're not keeping people on our platform. We're not going to put your stuff out there. So, why would we help you? So you got to be consistent. It's going to put you kind of through this probationary period of like, how consistent are you going to be? And that's a question that I get. How many videos should I be doing? And honestly, if you're consistent and you do one video every single Thursday for an entire year, that's better on YouTube than 2 videos this week, none next week, 3 videos, no videos, 1 video. So I'm super passionate about this stuff. You're going to hear me carry on, but that is really the effects of YouTube and what I found through just deep dives into the data and analytics.
So tell me, what are your top 5 YouTube videos? What's the subject matter?
A video that I tell everybody to do is the cost of living in your city. So anybody who wants to move there, they want to know how expensive it is. So that video is actually our top producer. Gets so many views now it gets, up to 300-400 views a day. And I want to preface this, as people think of YouTube as like you need 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers or 10 million views. Like that is so uncommon. That's like a fraction, the smallest fraction of percent of YouTubers actually have those kind of numbers. You don't need that. We were getting business with just, double digit subscribers, hundreds of subscribers. Now, we have thousands, but when I'm talking about 100, 200, 300 views a day on just one video, think about that. Somebody typed that into their computer and found our video and clicked on it. And that's 300 people who did that. Or what YouTube does now, because we put so many videos out there and we keep people on that platform so long, it's starting to suggest our videos and put our videos out there for people to find and see. So cost of living is an incredible video. And I invite you, go to Living in Portland, Oregon. You can see all our videos, how I did that, how I structured it.
Yeah, I'm checking you out now. I'm loving the colors and everything. Yep. For those who are watching us, they could actually see this. For those who are listening, they can't see it. So you have big, bold letters for those who can't see well, right? No little small fonts. I'm very colorful. I'm loving everything. Oh, I love this pro tip. I love that YouTube thumbnail that you have there. And some of the titles are top 5 tips to build a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
well,
so
this is for YouTube agents. Where's the other channel I'm going to? Oops.
This is going to be the coolest thing you do. Go to your search bar and type in Living in Portland, Oregon.
Okay, hold on. Living in Portland, Oregon.
Which in Google is searched almost 3,000 times a month. In YouTube, it's searched tens of thousands of times a month. And see what comes up number 1.
Our channel. I got pros and cons of living in Portland, Oregon.
Yep,
the pros
and our YouTube
and
channel.
The cons. Yep. And the YouTube channel. Oh, that video right there has 18,000 views. Well, you got this one right. Oh, how much does it cost to live in Portland, Oregon? 21,000.
So this is what I'm telling you. Now it doesn't matter. Whatever you search about Portland, Oregon, or Vancouver, Washington, which is to the north of us 15 miles, we own every search. There's no way you can't find us. My ugly mug is on all those thumbnails. That's my brand. Everybody can see me. So if they saw me last week and they liked them, now when they come back, they see my, oh, I like those videos. We do crazy vlogs. We're walking the streets. We show you exactly what it's like to live there. And then we did a pros and cons video. That's actually the first video I did when I learned SEO. That is the first video. I shot it with my phone, no microphones, no nothing special. I leaned it up against a flower vase and ripped. And I was honest. I just told you 5 cons, things that you might not like about Portland. You know, hey, it rains here.
So here's what I'm looking at, right? How much does it cost to live in Portland, Oregon? The pros and cons of living in Portland, Oregon. The cost of living in Portland, Oregon versus Seattle, Washington, even though they bump right there over the bridge, right? And then the cost of living in Portland, Oregon versus California. So you've even done the Google research to see the long tail searches, and you're creating all that video content where you're looking at the data from 2 areas and comparing them. Now I have a personal question. How do you get, I understand how we get the PNG transparent file, but how do you get the outline around your PNG transparent file without having what's the dang on sweet Photoshop?
So this is my passion. So I went through all these hardships of trying to grow on YouTube. My thumbnail game was awful to start, like terrible pictures, a bunch of words in there. You couldn't read it. I go in and tweak these things. So I am constantly learning, because a click-through rate is one of the most important things you can work on in YouTube. And I'll get to your answer here, but like if I have a 3% click-through rate, but I'm getting thousands of impressions, meaning it's putting my video out there in front of thousands of people, but only 3% are clicking it, that's telling me the title's off, the thumbnail's off. So a lot of those thumbnails you see now that are big and vibrant, I have changed it. I've changed some of my thumbnails a dozen times to try and get a 0.5% better, 1% better. So what a thumbnail needs to be, this came straight from YouTube. First of all, it's kind of like that billboard at 70 miles an hour, needs to get them that quick. So when they type in a title and it throws your video up there, what's going to pop? Well, if it's 2, 3, 4 big words that you can read that are emotional, this is the biggest, I did this at the beginning, and this is one of the biggest mistakes I see people do is they'll be like cost of living in Phoenix, Arizona. And then in the thumbnail, they just write it again, cost of living in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, why would you double that up? You just wasted space. I used crazy California cost because everybody's thinking Portland's starting to grow like California. It resonates, right? So it's very emotional. Oh my gosh, is it really getting expensive? Is California? So you need to have very big words, 2 to 3 of them, or emojis or something, right? And then second of all, that outline, back in the day, my OG ways, I used to have to run about 3 different programs. So on my cell phone, I would actually upload the picture and I had to take my finger and like draw a shape around myself and it would remove the background and it was crazy hard. Now there's a program out there which is called PicMonkey.com. It is, I think, to pay for, it's like $10 a month. I probably use it 100 times a day. So all my B-roll for editing to bring up maps. So when I'm talking about areas, I can do that. But it has a new feature in there that if you pay for the pro version, which literally this is the best, one of the best investments, is PicMonkey.com. Now you can drag a photo into PicMonkey and just select remove background. Boom, the background's gone. And that is how you can do it that quick. And then it has an area to where you can literally click and hit outline, and you can change that outline color to whatever. So maybe if you have a brand, maybe if it's purple, orange, yellow, green, whatever, you can do that on every video and make your color. So PicMonkey is like and it also, you're going to, when you create an account or whatever, you're going to go to create new. So you select create new. And the coolest thing about this is it pops up all these templates. So if you want to make a Facebook post, Instagram post, Pinterest post, or YouTube, it has YouTube cover art, it has YouTube end screens, and it even has YouTube thumbnail. Has to be the perfect fit, which is 16 by 9. And you select that template. So then when you upload that as your thumbnail, it fits perfectly. So really cool. And then you can add cool backgrounds, whatever. You see my stuff now. That's all stuff that I constantly tweak.
Wow. And I noticed that you have 2 channels. So you have one for your business and then you have one for your real estate team.
Yep. And then we actually have one in Seattle. Nobody's doing it in Seattle. It's 3 hours away. So I started a Living in Seattle, Washington channel, which we get leads off. And we'll talk business. We've actually closed just over $20 million from our YouTube channel, 100% free. And we've given out $12 million in listing referrals. So these people call us freaking out. Oh my God, is it actually you, Jackson? Like, we've moved ourselves from having to prospect and gain trust to they cannot even believe they're on the phone. They call us movie stars. They freak out. It is absolutely crazy, to where we have changed it now to like, oh my gosh, we're going to help you move here. We're going to set up your tours. We're going to drive you around. We're going to show you. And I mean, they're just like blown away, right? All you got to do is focus on getting here. And then we go, we kind of work this script in of like, hey, do you got to sell your house there to buy? They're like, yep, we do. An agent's coming soon. Perfect. Make sure you interview that agent. We actually work with the top agent in your city. If you would like a second opinion. Why this matters is if you want to close the same day, we can literally close the same day, but communication is number one. If communication falls apart, we've had people move here and not be able to move in for a week, have to hotel it, have to, live out of a U-Haul. So if we can get the communication on point, like we do with our agents, literally all you got to do is focus on getting here. We will take care of 100% of everything else. They're just like, please send your guy. We want that. $12 million in listing referrals, and we're getting 35% of that back. So like, it's huge, 100% free on this platform. We are gaining their trust, and they literally trust us so much. Plus they just they've already qualified us. They're watching our videos. They can't wait to work with us. So it's really cool how it all works.
So I'm a big Facebook Live girl. Can I repurpose my Facebook Live videos over to YouTube? And if so, what do I need to do with them?
So you can definitely do that. Yep. YouTube is a beast. So it's got to have, like, you really need to do videos on YouTube correctly, right? And the way you do this is you're going to do your Facebook Live. Now, I have to know what the content of that is. But after you record that, you've probably watched a lot of YouTube videos. What happens at the beginning? You type in, should I buy an iPhone 11 or an Android, whatever. In this video, I've got an iPhone 11 and an Android 9000. I'm going to be comparing and contrasting the pros and cons of both of these. So if you want to know that information, stay tuned, right? That hooked you. That's going to make you stay. But if you come right in and, hi, my name's Jackson Wilkey, top real estate agent in Portland, Oregon. I'm the greatest, call me, text me, whatever, every day. I'm your guy. You're just like, what? I didn't type that. It's salesy. So if you're going to use a Facebook Live video, I would highly consider recording it, taking out maybe the top 3 things. Like, hey, in this video, we discussed the top 3 biggest costs when moving to Chicago. So stay tuned, right? So now you've hooked me, and then you can get into your video that way. So that's kind of a beast.
I think I'm going to reverse engineer it. Why don't I set my Facebook Live videos up as if they're for YouTube? Because let me say this, I don't do my intro like that. So I'm going to change my intro.
You should be changing your intro for Facebook anyways.
Yeah, I'm going to change the intro over on Facebook to accommodate YouTube, and then maybe hit all the valid points in under 10 minutes, because I can be quite long-winded, and extract that part. Like, I'm thinking I could reverse engineer that.
1,000%. And I just say that because another hardship that I found was like not scripting, not doing YouTube videos correct. Again, you can't just throw random videos out there. You have to have a purpose. There's absolute scripts that you need to follow in order to be successful and get those average view times. Average view times are the number one algorithm trigger in YouTube. So what's its goal? It wants to keep people on its platform so it can throw advertisements, and that's how the world works. So whatever keeps people on the platform the longest is what it's going to treat. So you really need to hook them, okay? And then like, hey, you're really going to want to stay tuned to the end to get the last tip, because it's going to save you the most money. All right, so let's get right into this. My name is Jackson Wilkey. So in ours, I can run you right through mine. First of all, I'm going to hook you. And then I hit you. We have a standard little intro, which is really fun. Me and my business partner riding scooters, walking around. Like, we act ourselves, 100%. He's more business. He likes suits. I'm a hoodie. I'm T-shirts and shorts kind of guy. And I just act myself. And those are the people that call me. So like, our intro is really fun. We're kind of doing a Portland thing. Then I come out and I say, hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Jackson Wilkey with the Real Agent Now Group right here in the Portland Metro. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play, literally everything about Portland, Oregon, then make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little every video. So that's what I was doing, because subscribers are what you want. That's the number one goal of YouTube. So How do you get that? Don't come out like most agents and say, hey, make sure you subscribe, do this. You didn't give me anything. So you got to give them what you're about. If it's about fixing cars, and this, I literally fix cars, every single car. That's whatever, you know? And then I did this for about 4 or 5 months, right? And get a call here or there randomly, but I was using the subscribers go and wasn't getting business from it. Again, I'm like, damn, Gary V videos ain't working. You ain't working. I'm going to get out of business here. And then it hit me one day. I was talking to a lender partner, and his boss came in. He's like, dude, loving your videos. But he's like, have you ever told anybody to call you? He's like, people's mom, you have to tell them. They will literally just use your content, not knowingly and not being, they're never going to call you. It's like a logical thing. So I'll never forget it. I'll never video exactly where I was at. And I thought up of this little script, and I said, and so right after the subscribe, I said, and you know, honestly, it calls, texts, emails every single day from people, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about moving, relocate anywhere in the Portland metro, you know, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. And I even said, and even send us that pigeon carrier, however you want to get a hold of us. We got your back when moving to Portland, Oregon. That call to action told them, hey, lots of people are, these are the guys to call. Psychological fear miss. Next day, 14 calls. Now we average about 4 to reach outs a day. That is in every single one of our videos. So got to call you. So that's how you really start that video. That's the important thing right there. So, and then get into what they came for.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to step my look. I'm writing this down. Step your call to action game up.
100. And I do, again, living in Portland, Oregon. If you type in YouTube agents to the YouTube bar, that channel pop up too. 105 plus videos teaching you everything. So from how to edit videos, YouTube settings, thumbnails, how to vlog, and then this kind of stuff, how to start videos, call to action. Nothing I don't hide. It's all out there. I strongly advise anybody who's interested in this stuff to just go start binge watching a lot of those videos, and you'll be able to start doing it.
Okay, so I can take my videos from from Facebook, repurpose them, but I need to reverse engineer them. Thumbnails are very important. Consistency is key. And then you talked about SEO and keywords. So when I'm taking a video and I'm bringing it over to YouTube and we want to search engine optimize that video, how do I do that?
Yeah, there's 2 out there. One of them is called Keywords Everywhere. It's a Chrome extension, Safari extension. This is how I start. And right now, it used to be free. Now it's only $10, and you get 100 keyword searches. So you'll never run out with $10. And excuse me. So what this does is it turns your Google bar into basically a gold mine. Everything you start typing into Google, it actually brings down right below it, and it tells you how many searches a month. So when I type in Portland, Oregon, that is searched 823,000 times a month, and there's really no competition. So that's how I kind of started figuring this stuff out, was SEO, and I found this tool and turned my search bar into this thing that spit out long tail keyword. And I started looking at, like, Beaverton, Oregon's a big city over here. It's searched like 60-something thousand times a month. And then cost of living was searched 5,400 times a month. No competition. So I'm like, holy crap, there's all these videos. There are all these titles that, nobody's doing videos. I would go to YouTube and check, and there might be 1 or 2 random ones that some person's sitting in their living room just like talking, and they're not real estate. They're not, no call to action. And I'm like, bingo. So the most important tool, though, that I actually use that to kind of go deep. You can type in top neighborhoods in your city, and it's going to bring up those neighborhoods. You can click and see how many times those are searched. And then that's what we did. We just went out and we shot every city sub-neighborhood in Portland Metro, because I know they're searched a lot. And now we own the video, or we'll do multiple videos, and we own them all. And then the other one is the most is called TubeBuddy. So TUBE buddy.com. Do tubebuddy.com/YT agents. That's my little affiliate link. I get a little extra, and I get to do more videos for you guys. But yes, so TubeBuddy is now extends off your YouTube channel. Now you're actually pulling straight from YouTube. And that's what was fascinating, is that I was starting to see like a town over here, and we just shot the vlog for it, was Milwaukee, Oregon. I know it's really starting to grow. And on Google, on keywords everywhere, it was searched 12,000 times a month, which I was like, dang, that's cool. Go to YouTube, it's searched like 115,000 times a month. So people are going to YouTube a heck of a lot more for what our industry is they want to know what it's like to live there, where to live, what it looks like. You can't get that from a written blog. So there is so much more traffic going on to YouTube, and there's no real estate agents doing this anywhere. So it's really wide open. And TubeBuddy allows you to go in and start tweaking a keyword. So one of the examples, if you type cost of living in Portland, Oregon into it, for me, it actually gives you a gauge and it tells you a good keyword or not. And I would really have to go in depth to show you, but just you'll be able to watch some of my tutorial videos on it. But that says it's a pretty decent keyword, even though I'm number one for that already for my channel. It says it's okay, and it's searched a pretty decent amount. But when I swapped the two, I started thinking about it. Okay, if you were going to type that in, how would you? Well, how much does it cost to live in Portland? Which is my title. That gave me almost 100% out of 100%. I would rank number one for it. The search volume was up triple, so more searches per month. And it was a keyword that had way less videos, way less optimization and metadata of that exact title. So now it just put me in a pool that's way smaller. And if I optimize it by putting that title in my description tag, writing out a pretty good SEO description, I'm gonna basically outrank anybody. Even if there's a video up there that has 500,000 views, it's not optimized like mine, I'm gonna slam up above it. So yes, it's kind of deep-winded and stuff. This is a giant algorithm and the second biggest search engine in the world. So once you learn these little hacks, I guess not even a hack. Once you learn how to do this stuff, you can compete with the biggest channels out there.
So I know probably the number one question that every real estate professional has: how long should my video be?
Get it all the time. The best part about this, in our brains, in our world, we're always thinking 30 second, 60 second, 90 second, never be longer, 2 minutes, as long. No, longer the better. I love 10 to 12 minute videos, and we do quite a few that are in that 15 to 18 minute range. Again, let's go back to what I said. The number one trigger to YouTube is average view time. So the longer you keep people on there, the more it's going to put your video out there, the higher it's going to rank your video. If you put a video, let's say me and you are both in Chicago and we did the exact same video, your video was 3 minutes long, mine was 10 minutes long. I got 40% average view time, you got 100% average view time. They would actually put my video and rank it above yours because I kept them on the platform for 4 minutes and you only kept them on for 3. So it doesn't matter what the percent is, it's just average time, how long. So 8, 10 minute, 12 minute video, if I'm keeping people on there 5, 6 minutes, that's killer. Like that's really, really good. So there's a lot of tricks to, sorry, the garbage man's out there. A lot of tricks to doing this. So I add a lot of titles, B-roll, some music.
I'm laughing because, we are filming this while being quarantined, right?
Yeah.
And you and I were joking before this. It's just like the world happens no matter what it is that we want to do, right? Between spouses, children, UPS, FedEx, the garbage man. The security system is tripped. Lord have mercy. But it's a great day in real estate.
Well, I want to go off of this because that's one thing. So the average view time is 10, 12 minutes, but you got to keep them on there. So B-roll, I'm always dragging clips on top to where, like, if I'm talking about an area, they're seeing maybe some drone footage or there's some signs or some shops, restaurants. So there's ways to keep people on there. But here's something I want to go back to that point. We are ourselves. Like I said, I'm a big, tall, loud guy, and I love my kids. I got 3 of them, and they're 7, 4, and a new one. And literally during the summer times, I got to take them with me a lot of times. So I'm vlogging with them. And I love putting my kids in there. It personalizes me. That's my niche, like move up home buyers, families. And that's who calls me a lot of the time. And those are really good home prices. But I'm myself. I talk about drinking brewskis all the time. I love them. People call me all the time. They're like, oh my, I can't wait to come to Portland and, use you guys. And when we get there, we're buying you a brewski, Jackson. So yeah, life happens. We've had cars peel out in the background and we laugh about it. And like, dude, the comments just like, that was so funny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you kept that in there. We completely
we're going to keep it in here. We're going to, look.
We completely humanize ourselves.
It's life. You said you're the tall, dark guy. Well, I'm the shortest, darkest, roundest person in the room with the least amount of hair. But and what's so funny, because my personality is big, when I come in the room, people think I'm tall. I can see the disappointment on their face as their eyes go down, and they're like, "Wait, how tall is she?" like, oh, she got all that personality, and she's short. So I can tell how people feel based on how their eyes just kind of like they'll start up here, and then they'll kind of go like, and you can see the head like, wait, she's not even 5 feet tall. I am 5. I'm barely 5 feet tall.
I'm telling you, the people that call you love you, and then you will get people that comment and they're nasty. Like I know people, and you're not everybody's cup of tea, but this now I've created a system to where we're getting these 4, 6, sometimes 12 calls a day of people that freaking love us. Right. So like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're so fun. You guys are like the funniest guys. I can't wait to work with you. Let's buy some brewskis. So like they've already done their work. They already know, like, trust me. Half the time they'll go through and spill their beans. And then I'm like, cool. So what's your name again? They're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I know you already. Sorry, my name is Samantha. Like, it's a whole different ball game.
Hey, Sam.
Yep.
Oh, wow. You know what? We could probably talk forever. Wait, did I have another question? I was thinking of something. I was processing a thought. We got down to that time limit. Oh, it'll come to me. I had to inbox you. How do people, one, send you referrals, but connect with you? I'm sure you have a course. You said something about a boot camp. So if I wanted to do business with you, learn how to implement your same YouTube strategies and systems, how do I connect with you?
So the easiest way, well, there's a few. You can't not find me on YouTube. So the YouTube Agents, that's where I teach everything. If you go to theyoutubeagents.com, that's where we kind of host everything. We have courses, boot camps. And you know what I found out about this is even if we teach people, lead them to water, sometimes we can't get them to drink. It's just really hard. It takes a lot of time to do this. We found those pain points. We actually created our own marketing agency. So if you literally just want to shoot videos, we have it to where we will dig into your city, find your SEO titles, send them to you. You just turn on the camera, shoot them, you upload those videos, and you go on with your day. Well, we will edit those, do your titles, tags, descriptions, all your metadata, your thumbnails, and we will schedule, upload everything for you. So there's nothing we don't do. And then, yes, we're in a boot camp right now for the go-getters, but the YouTubeagents.com is where you can find a lot of that, schedule calls with me. You can email me, Jackson at theyoutubeagents.com. However you want to get a hold of me, man. We got YouTube covered and dialed. It's my passion. I love it. And I love helping people grow because that's the thing me and my business partner talk about. We always go to YouTube to find these referral partners for all our leads. And there's no realtors doing this stuff. It's wide open. You'll be fascinated to look at your city at some of these titles and see there's really no realtors doing it. And if there's one or two, we sit in this world of Facebook's, Instagrams with 10,000 realtors, and that doesn't bug us, or paying for leads. But this platform of YouTube is absolutely wide open for the taking. So, yeah, literally any of those ways you want to get a hold of me.
Well, you know what, Jackson? I thank you for your time and your energy. Our time actually flew by. We average about 26 minutes on listen time. And so I try to take the podcast right to 30 minutes to get what? More people to the end of we used to do an hour, but then we cut down our time. So I appreciate you, everybody. Reach out to my guy, Jackson, YouTube Agents. He has a boot camp and a class for you so that you can implement the same strategy that he's implemented in order to not only earn a lot of money in this marketplace, but if I just did the math on the referral to the Seattle area, he's making a couple of $100,000 a year just on referrals. That's just me counting your money, Jackson. That's just me. So let's count it. So guys, thank you.